Hey everybody, and welcome back to Weird News Wednesday here on Office Antics. I am your co-host Evan.
And I'm also your co-host Preston Danger.
Together, we are one full host.
We're one host.
Are you ready for some super weird and strange and exhilarating news this week, Preston?
I'm so ready. I got some pretty crazy stories for you.
How crazy? Hit me with your craziest right off the top.
All right. I'm not going to start with the craziest, but this one's pretty crazy.
You're saving crazy for later,
I'm saving crazy for later.
Okay.
You know what? I'm not even going to read the title. I'm just going to present a story to you.
Set the tone.
Imagine you're texting some girl that you really like on your phone. You're like, ooh, hey, you're kind of cool.
Hey, baby.
And then it gets to the point where you're like, I think I'm gonna tell her I like her. I know, I know it's risky, it's bold, but imagine you're like, hey, I like you. And then you hit send.
Yeah.
And then you're looking at your phone and you see the 3 dots.
You're waiting.
And then you drop it down the toilet.
What?
That's right. And it's not one of these American porcelain throne toilets either. It's one of those.
The old I think that's what the toilets are called here.
Yeah.
The porcelain throne.
I mean, it's just it is. But in northeast Turkey, a man has suffered this affliction, if you will.
What, dropping phones in
dropping
toilets?
his phone into his toilet. And I don't know if you know, but Turkey has they don't have the toilets that we have.
What do they have?
They just it's like a hole in the ground, kind of. And they just squat. Apparently, it's way better for your body. That's just how your body does it.
Oh, okay.
And the rest of the world has caught on. America hasn't really got it yet, but yes, he was on a squatty toilet, or a squatty potty, if you will.
I think that's actual product.
It is. And he was, I don't actually know, but I assume he was texting a romantic pursuit.
Ooh, okay.
If you will.
Okay.
And dropped his phone in the toilet, man.
Oh no, in the hole in the ground?
In the hole in the ground. And so you know what? He was like, I'm gonna go get it.
You gotta get that phone.
I'm gonna reach my arm all the way up to my shoulder. This far is how this man was
into the
this
poop hole?
far into the poop hole.
To get his phone?
To get his phone, dude.
What, did he get it? Why is this the news?
Honestly, they don't tell us if
he disappeared.
If he got the phone or not.
He's gone missing?
He's gone. The toilet sucked him up. The firefighters had to come in, and I'm very sure that this guy was super embarrassed. They had to
bust up his floor to get him out.
He was like, "Hey guys, I'm just
stuck in a Turkish toilet."
Yeah, and then the firefighters come in and they're like, "Okay, we gotta blow up this floor, and then we gotta mess up this piping and all that stuff."
Did he get out?
He did get out, and he was very
thank God.
excited about it.
I'd be ecstatic.
In this picture right here, he's very excited to not be trapped in a toilet anymore.
You see, that smile.
He's like, I was trapped in a toilet.
I hope he got his phone back.
Honestly,
like
what if he texted his feelings to his beloved future wife and she just, he'll never know.
Now he has a really romantic story to tell her. He's like, the things that I would do for you.
Yeah, remember that?
I'd dive headfirst into a toilet.
Just to read your text.
I have something, I think, that might affect all of us. This affects our economy. This affects the entire infrastructure, perhaps, of the whole United States of America. Grand Theft Avocado. Now hear me out. Hear me out.
I gotta hear this one.
Avos are real expensive, right?
Of course.
Well, I think the price is about to go up because 3 men in Oxnard, California were arrested for stealing $300,000 worth of avocados.
How many avocados is that?
That's at least 3.
They're so expensive.
But here's the thing. Okay, so Joseph, Carlos, and Rahim were each charged with grand theft of fruit and were being held in jail on bail of $250,000 each. $250,000.
Whoa!
For stealing avocados.
I'm pretty sure you can get less bail
really
for murder.
Yeah, you could kill someone and they're like, okay, and you're not getting out unless you have $10,000. And you're like, oh shoot,
like,
okay.
oh, no.
Do you take check? So Sheriff Sergeant John Franchi told the LA Times, everybody loves avocados.
I mean,
quote, that's a quote.
He's right.
This is why it costs extra at Chipotle.
This is why avocados are so expensive, is because, actually, I don't think it's because they steal it, but I think there's something else. And that's why people steal them.
It's the green gold.
They're the green gold. They're magical.
Back in the day, everyone migrated west to the Golden Hills of California for oil. And now they're all migrating to California for avocados.
Avocados. You thought New York City was kind of strange? Well, check out this story out, boy, because this is about to get crazier. New York City man sues city after drunkenly jumping out of an ambulance. This man was arrested for being publicly intoxicated. And
now he's suing.
And now he's suing because the city of New York, aka the ambulance and the firefighters.
City of New York, if that is your real name.
If that is your real name.
Apparently could not restrain him in his drunken stupor, and he had kicked open the back doors of the ambulance. Ambulance! On the highway, he kicked the doors open and dove out.
Yeah, get me out of here.
And he, you know,
he's like, get me back to the bar.
He's like, I need to go to.
I didn't pay my tab. Let me out.
Let me out of here.
I'm a good man. I'm a New York man.
I'm from New York. I gotta get back to the bar to pay my bill. He was a 54-year-old man, and apparently, this part gets me every time. They found him unconscious. Where he dove out of the ambulance.
It was a short...
Okay, ambulance. No.
Ambulance.
Ambulance. That's the word. It's ambulance.
It's like ambulate.
Is that a word?
No.
This 54-year-old man believed that he needed to get out of his strap. He was strapped in.
He was claustrophobic.
He was claustrophobic.
And drunk.
Strapped into a gurney and like everything, like standard procedure.
Yeah.
But this man managed to burst out of his straps, kick the door open, and dive out onto the highway.
When you got to go, you got to go.
Exactly.
You know?
Knocking himself out.
Straight up into the road. He watched Lethal Weapon way too many times.
Yeah,
and he thinks like, hey, when you really need to, you can jump out of a car, a moving car, and things will be fine if you just tuck and roll.
Yep, but he forgot.
But he was drunk and rolled.
Yeah, he was drunk.
Which it equals a splat.
He drunk and rolled, and they found him unconscious with serious injuries.
I imagine so. And then they're like, hey, someone call an ambulance. And so he's suing the city. Preston, I feel like he won't win this battle.
I really hope not, for the sake of justice. Stupid idiot.
So, do you want to hear the weirdest, spookiest news coming out of the UK this week?
Yeah, I think I do.
You do? Okay, ready for this? Now. Gather around, children around the campfire. I'm going to tell you a spooky story. There's a job listing. Ooh.
Oh, job!
There's a nanny position available at a house in the UK for a very decent salary of $64K a year. This could even be pounds and not US dollars, and that's a good conversion rate. Decent paying job.
Wow. To
be a live-in nanny for this house for a couple kids and a family, a nice family in the country. Well, there's one catch. The house that they're living in is extremely haunted. We're talking so much haunted so that in one year they've gone through 5 different nannies who cite paranormal happenings as a reason why they could not be there at the house.
Oh my goodness.
5.
5?
That's this many.
That's this many. So like they moved in and everything, and then they were like,
they went through the whole process of
spooky.
being a live-in like nanny, right? I mean, that's a vetting process.
That's a long process. It's not.
You got to make sure they're not like weirdos or whatever. It's
Yeah.
like, you're gonna live, you're gonna help us take care of our kids, run the house, etc. They've gone through this 5 or 6 times now, and now the family admits they were told the house was haunted when they bought it 10 years ago.
They've been living in this haunted house that scares away their help for 10 years.
But they personally have not experienced anything supernatural.
So,
only the nannies are experiencing this. So either the ghost had a thing against nannies, or it's the kids.
Or it's the kids. What's that one movie with like Lindsay Lohan?
Oh yeah, Parent Trap.
Parent Trap. It has to be like Parent Trap. And
I don't think that's the story of Parent Trap.
These kids have to be like messing with these nannies.
Well, see now the nannies, each nanny who has left the role in the last year have cited supernatural incidents as the reason, including strange noises, broken glass, and furniture moving.
If the kids can somehow figure out a way to like
invisibly move furniture, the nannies have a point. Like this place is pretty.
Yeah, that's pretty spooky.
And moving into it 10 years ago, when they bought it, they were told it was haunted. So I don't know, it could be a ghost.
All right, Evan.
Yeah.
You're a sports fan,
I am the
imagine.
sportest one here.
You probably know who Dennis Rodman is, right?
I do. I've heard of him. I've seen him. He seems like a fictional character, but I've heard he's real.
He does seem like a fictional character because he's just so outrageous.
Yeah. He doesn't always like dye his hair different colors.
Yeah,
He's got a bunch of different piercings, tattoos.
Yep.
And he used to be a Chicago Bull.
Dennis Rodman has become the unofficial ambassador for America to North Korea.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
He's
been there before.
He went to North Korea before, and he went again.
Oh.
And this time, he came bearing gifts.
To who?
To Kim Jong-un himself.
Oh my gosh.
And among these gifts was a couple bath soaks, like body wash.
He's like, here's some soap.
Yeah, hey, Kim Jong-un,
Nice.
here's some soap and some shampoo and stuff.
Yeah, hint, hint.
Also, here's a Where's Waldo book
What?
and a mermaid puzzle.
Was this a 9-year-old's birthday party?
You would think so. He also gave him, now this is the most important one,
Oh, it gets better.
The Art of the Deal by Donald Trump.
He gave him a Trump book?
He gave him a Trump book, not signed
Ooh, burn!
by Donald Trump.
Are they the 3 best friends that anyone has ever had?
Honestly, I think they're the trifecta. But yes, Dennis Rodman went over to North Korea. Apparently, they love him over there. He's like,
Of course they do. They think he's not real.
I don't
He's
think
crazy.
He's real.
I mean, don't they think Kim Jong-un was like a dragon unicorn or something, like born in the mountains or something?
Crazy like that. I don't
Weird
know.
stuff. Yo, North Korea, if you're watching this, we're calling you out.
Don't nuke us.
How did Kim Jong-un like these presents? What, is he into mermaids?
They don't disclose that. I would assume.
Yeah, they don't disclose much over there.
I would assume they really don't. They really don't. But
like, what does Rodman know that we don't? That Kim Jong-un likes mermaid puzzles?
Like, is he hanging out on the weekends, like in the interview?
This is just stuff he grabbed at the gift shop at the airport.
Honestly,
that's what this is. These are airport gifts.
In the video, it looks like airport gifts, just on a table. He also gave him 2 jerseys that he signed.
Oh, nice.
His home colors and his away colors.
Do they have sports over there?
They do actually have sports over there. He says that he was visiting to meet with the North Korean basketball team. And it's hilarious to see him just shake, like towering.
Oh my gosh, are
all
they like
these-
really short?
Yes.
That's
they
so
are.
funny.
And he's just so tall.
It seems fictional. This isn't even weird news, Preston. This is real politics. This is our world right now, you guys.
Yeah.
These are the leaders of our world.
This is what's going on.
Donald Trump, Kim Jong-un, and Dennis Rodman.
They're all in cahoots with each other.
But on a happier, lighter note, Preston, this is gonna make you feel good, okay?
Thank goodness.
Here in our local Washington state, a 35-pound cat was finally adopted from a local shelter.
35 pounds?
Now, this Tubby Tabby, thank you, Yahoo News for that clever wordplay. This Tubby Tabby named Simba should probably lay off the treats. Simba is currently 15 pounds heavier than his goal weight. Now, keep in mind, he's a little cat, and he's 15 pounds over his goal weight, so he's almost 2 cats.
Yeah, isn't that a whole cat
At least 1 cat more than he should be weighing.
That's pretty serious.
And the way that they can remedy this is by putting him on a very strict regimen of exercise on a cat wheel, which I imagine is like a hamster wheel, but for cats, and food puzzles that are designed to slow down a cat's eating because he's got to figure out a puzzle before he can get some nibbles. These are things that like humans do. It's like, okay, I'm gonna work out on a treadmill. Well, I guess food puzzles, maybe food puzzles should be used
You know,
for people.
I think people should have food puzzles.
Anyway, he was tipping the scales at 35 pounds.
That's so heavy.
for a little tabby
For a cat.
Now
That's insane.
Now look at this photo, Preston, of this cat, and you will see the look of obese dead eyes.
He's just
in this orange tabby. He's looking into the sun like,
he's like,
put me down.
help me.
Stacy, I can't breathe. He was successfully adopted, so
Oh, thank goodness.
all is looking well for this Tubby Tabby, and hopefully the food puzzles. Maybe it's a mermaid puzzle.
You know,
Maybe Kim Jong-un has food puzzles. He's a
He's
tubby
pretty.
tabby.
He's a little.
He's a dumpy dictator.
He's a dumpy dictator. Wow, what an adorable little kitty.
He's good.
He's such a big old fatty though.
Anyway, thank you everyone for tuning in to this episode of Weird News Wednesday, where we give you the weirdest news that happens strictly on Wednesdays.
Ever heard this
that
week.
you've ever heard this week. Don't forget to tune in next week, and we'll give you more super weird news. Hit that like button, subscribe. We'll catch you next time.
Peace out, homies.